Dear friends, welcome to this week's edition of the Inspired Parsha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read through Parshas Vayeitzei. And like every Parsha in the Torah, there's so many beautiful, rich Torah ideas, especially in the Hasidic world. But I just want to focus on one pasuk, one verse. This is in Bereshis, Genesis chapter 29, verse 10. The story is when Yaakov met his future wife Rachel at the well. And the pasuk, the verse says that it was a well in Haran. The Torah says, and Yaakov rolled the stone off the mouth of the well. What's interesting is that the Talmud says that a lot of other shepherds that were there, they tried to roll this stone, but apparently it was so heavy. But somehow Yaakov was able to roll it off almost effortlessly. So how? How was Yaakov, we know, was known as the Ishtam Yoshev Ohalam, a simple, gentle person. And suddenly, he was a superhero. He was suddenly, was all day in the gym. He had big muscles that he was able to lift something heavy. Was he a bodybuilder? How was he able to suddenly roll this stone, this giant stone, off the mouth of the well when no one else there could? So the great Rabbi Yisrael of Rizhin, the Rizhiner Rebbe, says something beautiful. He says that, this happened when he was meeting Rachel for the first time. And there's something that, there's a type of strength that sometimes is beyond the physical, that can enhance the physical so much. And what strength, of course, is that? Love. When a person loves someone or something, someone, an idea, whatever it might be, it can sometimes bring a person to almost superhuman strength. You know, we all love our children, our spouses, our parents, our friends, whoever it might be. And if the situation called for it, we can sometimes rise to incredible levels of almost superhuman strength. What would we do to help our children? Anything, right? We love our children. We would do anything from the moment they're born, and that love keeps going stronger and stronger and stronger. Love is such a powerful force, and it's a force that it really like drives us so much to the point where we can accomplish things that we never could have accomplished before. So, what's the message over here? The message over here is to use love to propel yourself forward. The same way if we're willing to do anything to love, to help our children because we love them, we can channel that love also into our relationship with God. Love sometimes is innate, it's inherent, it's inside of you, but sometimes it can be a choice too. You know, there was the great author of the famous book, Seven Habits of Highly Influential People by Steve Covey. He talks about someone who once came to him and said, I no longer love my wife and I don't know what to do. And he said, okay, you know what you should do? And he said, what? He said, you should love her. He said, we think of love as just, being swept off our feet. And yes, there are times when we're giddy and it's emotional and it's romantic, but sometimes love is a verb too. You can actively choose to love someone. You can actively choose to care for them, to make a difference in their life, to make a connection with them. Love can be a verb too. In our relationship with God, sometimes we feel it, sometimes we don't. But we can still actively try as often as we can to choose to love Him. Because when we choose to love Him, we can accomplish so much more in our spiritual lives. We can get so much closer to the divine if we keep this in mind. I want to give everyone a bracha, a blessing, to feel the love and to use that love to propel us forward, not only in our relationships here in this world, but our relationships with our Creator as well. Because through that, we will indeed rise, just like Yaakov did at the well, to rise to incredible heights. Wishing everyone here a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh. Thank you so much for listening.